Today, we find that we have a lot of things that come in to say that you should not spend much of your time in the presence of God. Uh, we have a lot of things that are limiting us. You find that ever you are busy, ever you have to look to handle this, you have to get the other. That is today's Pharaoh, like the Pharaoh of the other time, who could not allow uh, his God's children to go and sacrifice to the Lord their God. This it is the current Pharaoh today. It is now you look at now what are what are some of the things that are limiting you to go and serve the Lord. Now you also have to understand that Moses said, I must go, I must move, we must move a 3 days journey in the wilderness to say that they sacrifice what they sacrifice to the Lord. The devil cannot see, the devil cannot again interrupt them. That's why Moses was saying that when we sacrifice to the Lord our God in the presence of the Egyptians, which is an abomination to them, won't they stone us? Now, um, the time that we need to go to move an extra mile before we have to sacrifice the Lord. Like Moses says, I must move a 3 days journey in the wilderness to see that we sacrifice to the Lord our God. But now, when you continue uh, verses verses 28, the Bible says, Pharaoh said, I will let you go that you may sacrifice the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only you shall not go very far away. You see, the devil is commanding uh, the, Moses and Aaron to take the children of Israel to go and sacrifice to the Lord their God, but they should not go very far. You should not move an extra mile in understanding the Lord. You should not move an extra mile to see that you have an understanding in the presence of the Lord. You should not spend much of your time in the presence of God. That's why Pharaoh is commanding Moses and Aaron to say that go and sacrifice. I will let you go and sacrifice, but you should not move very fast. Praise Jesus. You should not move very far in the understanding. Now, the Pharaoh that Moses and Aaron had that time. Can you now revise yourself and look at now the Pharaoh that you have in your life, the Pharaoh that you currently have, the Pharaoh who commanded Moses and Aaron, is said, "I will let you go and sacrifice to the Lord your God, but you should not go very far away from this land." But remember, Moses said, "We should move a 3 days journey before I can sacrifice to the Lord our God." Now, this you can now pick that statement and put it in yourself and say, what do you need to find that you have much more time in the presence of the Lord to see that you spend much of your time in the presence of God. Pharaoh is commanding Moses and Aaron not to go very far in understanding God before they have to sacrifice to the Lord their God. They should not move very far from him. And you remember, Pharaoh could not accept anything from God, even when God could send him messages, even when Moses could approach him, he couldn't allow them to move away. Not until God had to do what he commanded and said, I will, if he doesn't allow my people, I will send storms of floods in that land. And not until God did so, it is when he realized that it was God was commanding these people to go and serve him. But now he was not allowing them to move very far. They should not move very far. If such that if they move very far before they have to sacrifice to the Lord their God, they will understand much more in God. That thing that look at now the Pharaoh that you have in life, who is not allowing you to move very far in understanding God. Because when you have much of your time in the presence of the Lord, you will come to realize that there are some things that you are doing that are an abomination to God. Now, we must move a 3 days journey. Moses was saying, I must move a 3 days journey in the presence of God. I must move a 3 days journey in the wilderness before we have to sacrifice to our God. And therefore, brethren, I am saying that look at the Pharaoh that you have. You see, you revise yourself and look at the Pharaohs that you have in your life, the ones that are limiting you to spend your time in the presence of God. And so we must have much more time to say that we understand to move, we must move an extra mile in understanding the Lord. You have the pharaohs that are limiting you. You have what you look at the current situation. You look at what is happening. You look at what is limiting you. Ask yourself, what is this that is not making me move a 3 days journey, like Moses was saying? I must move a 3 days journey in the wilderness to see that I sacrifice to the Lord my God. At times, uh, we may the family may be suffering, the community may be suffering, but it is you and me to say that we transform them. It is you and me to say that we transform the communities that we are living. It is you and me to say that we what you have learned, you have to make sure that you have to teach one another. You have to make sure that what someone is getting transformed because of you. Um, Let me have the next reading from the book of James, chapter 4, verses 7. James chapter 4, verses 7 to 10. James uh, chapter 4, verses 7. The Bible says, submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your heart, you double minded. Be miserable and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy uh, to gloom. Humble yourselves in the presence of the Lord, and he will exalt you. Praise Jesus.